Employment is the biggest thing at this point. And I mean, Circleville and Pickaway County has limited employment to begin with. People have to travel, gas prices are so high, they're stuck.
I know a lot of them, they haven't had work for a while, and they're on food stamps, and then food stamps is getting cut, so on and so forth.
Both me and my wife got a job at a local factory here in town, and I got fired. My wife was able to stay on. She had the baby, that was my 4-year-old. 2 days after she went back to work, standing at our house, she broke her ankle.
My son-in-law worked there, RCA. He worked there for years, and he only had maybe a year or two more before he could retire, and they went out and closed up.
It's still tough, and one of our biggest barriers geographically is location. So maybe we have these jobs outside of county, but transportation is a big barrier in our county, getting, helping individuals get that transportation to be able to get out of county and get these jobs.
Probably the thing that stands out the most to me is the kids that are hungry. And I mean, some of my relatives have suffered that, but not badly, thank God.
We had to change everything, and that's challenging when you have a newborn baby at home. It's challenging when you have a teenager that wants everything, and it's challenging when you have a 4-year-old that is growing.
We're just getting over Christmas and seeing families have to choose between being able to buy their children Christmas presents or being able to buy food to put on the table. And so, you know, at our agency, you know, we're always looking for programs that can help, you know, reduce the amount of sacrifices that families are making.
And it was probably the second or third time that I had volunteered there. And this family came in, and it was this little girl's birthday. And she was probably 6 or 7. And she was so excited to tell us it was her birthday. And, you know, we all sang to her. And one of the other ladies had a book, a children's book that they gave her. And she was so thrilled and so excited. But it broke my heart because I thought every year for my kids' birthdays, I asked them, what do you want me to fix? And they would pick out their favorite meal or maybe a favorite restaurant that they wanted to visit. And this little girl, probably about 6, was thrilled to be at the soup kitchen. And that made me see that's the face of hunger in Pickaway County.
I mean, when you look at a child that's hungry, you don't forget that. You don't even have to know that child's name. I mean, you look at that child, you know he's hungry, you don't forget that. It's not something that goes away.
If you don't have enough food because you're making a choice to, you know, do I buy my prescriptions, or do, you know, I have the food and money I need for food, or is it about my housing and having enough money for food? But that's going to impact their health. It's going to impact how they feel about themselves, even more than that.
When you're broke and, you know, looking at the streets as your next home, gas isn't easy to come by. So you make a choice. It's either the gas to go get the food or gas to go look for a job, which may not come through. So you have rough choices.
Then there's other factors that come in that they had no way of knowing were going to happen. Medical expenses, the cost of their prescriptions. You know, having to make those choices. Am I going to, you know, help my grandchild that's telling me they need help with this expense, but yet I need money to buy food. You know, what am I doing?
They're starving. Some of them are really, really hungry. And some of them aren't even aware of food pantries. They're not even aware of places like Pickaway.
We've had a 32% increase in the number of meals we're serving. And, you know, we try to analyze where's that coming from. A lot of it is the fact that we've had such a supportive community that have been able to allow us to do more. I think the need was there, and we hadn't communicated well enough that we're here, we can help you. Every second and fourth Thursday of the month is when the Mid-Ohio Food Bank comes with a produce delivery. The truck comes probably maybe by 9. If I get to work at 7 o'clock and we don't open till 8, at 7 o'clock, someone is beat me in the parking lot.
I would say the food pantries are the most helpful entity here in our community with connecting people with food. Also would be Job and Family Services, helping connect families with food assistance when needed. And then, you know, a lot of the churches as well are operating kitchens and things like that for a meal at least once a week.
We don't just worry about Head Start and early Head Start problems. We go in there and we try to figure out what we can do to help families also. We talk about those in meetings.
They've already done it, it's cut food stamps back. And the people are really hurting now. And if they can't go anyplace else, I'd like to see them come down to the center on the second and fourth Thursday, and I'd make sure that they got something.
It wasn't hard to get the help once I decided to ask for it. It was simple. And food pantries are the same way. As I've gone into food pantries in Hocking County and up here, and you go in, you ask for help, and you can get it. It's there.
It's just a community where your business leaders, your community leaders, and your service providers are very focused on service. But then it always concerns me how many people don't know we're here that have that need too.